For the back here, I will put it behind the face, this layer, and then we can continue with the hair portion. Okay, so I will draw something like this. Let's put color like this. So since I put it behind the face, it's going to work. As you can see, it's behind the face. Is it behind the face? Yes, because the face is turned off, right? Okay. And what you need is the lips part and then the nose part. And for the nose part, I will show you something. Nose should be on top of the face. For the nose, you don't have to go for that much detailing, okay? There you can see a line here. So you create that line like this, okay? And if you want to, okay, I'll keep it like this for now, okay? And this in this area also you can see a line, so you can create a line, okay? So you don't have to go for all around, right? You can just create some lines here like this, some strokes. That will do, okay? From here to here also, some stroke. And then maybe this portion also like this. In this portion also, I will create a stroke like this. And then from here to here, stroke like this. So when you do that, you also try to control the this opacity also. Here, as you can see, as per the drawing, it's not that much. Okay, here also we don't need that much. So I can also reduce the opacity. Okay, so when I look at that, it is going to look something like this. So which makes it up much better, right? Now what we need is the lips, and for the lips also there are some tips that I need to tell you that for each curve, see there is a curve here. Don't just go directly and draw it like this. Okay, it's going to come out as a different structure of the lips. You go nearly here is the curve. Here's the, let's say, the mountain part. So instead of directly going to the top, you put it somewhere here. Here, stop it here, stop the point. And after that only you think of the curve like this. Okay, and do not go all the way down also, not in the middle also, but somewhere near the top. You make curve like this. Okay. And the reason is because when you do that here also in this side, not on the top, not in somewhere in the bottom also, just near the top, okay? When you do like this, see, it's also creating the a better curve for this portion also. And here also don't go all the way down, just near the top, you stop once, and then you may continue, okay? So, I'll keep it like this. And for the leaves also, I think I'm creating on the nose. Sorry. Okay. This portion I'll cut once, and then I'll paste here. Okay, this is the lips. All right, so for the lips also, you try to create in two parts, that is upper and lower lips, so that you can have better control of those layers. And here I haven't stopped. Okay. Right, so for that, I think I don't have to tell you much. But remember the upper lip and the lower lips. After creating that, you can see some kind of error here. Yeah, after doing that, if you can, not actually two, but if you can create in three parts. I'll tell you what are those three parts. First part is the upper lip. Second is the lower lip, which I will try to draw now. Like this. Okay. For the lower lips, you try to draw something extra with the upper lip. Okay, because the upper lip is going to block the lower one. It's joined. Now what we'll do is, what happened to this? Yeah, I should be starting from here. Okay. Right. So once it is done, the third part of the lip is, as you can see, this one, the lines. Okay, this actual line. There is another bold line is there. So in order to make that up, you can either draw it by now. Okay, but if you cannot see it, okay, if you cannot see it, then we'll have to put this one behind it again. But anyway, we can still draw that one, right? Because see, I'll just turn it off like this for now. Even for the other also, just turn it off like this. And then there is a full stroke line here. That portion also it will be needed, okay, as a separate one. So if you can draw that as a separate shape or as a line, it'll be much better, okay, for viewing also and as an outline. Okay, so even the lips part also has those structures, which I will increase now like this. Hit enter. Here also I know that there is one part like this, and here also there's another part that is like this. Okay, let's try to draw the same. Okay, and for right after doing that, you can see the different portions which we have missed. Okay, so maybe it's because of this one here. All this you can improvise it by using the anchor points. Okay, right. So I think that will do, and we are done mostly with the whole part. Okay, so see, we haven't done the face properly, and then the back here is also not done properly because of all this reason. It's not that clear or it's not that good now. Okay, so this is just an example, but if we do this one properly, I will show you the another sample. The other day I've shown a sample, but since we are short in time, I will show you one more later. This one I think I've already shown you. This is the one. Okay, so this is one what a student have done, and see, this is the face structure. Whatever he had done, this is the face structure. Okay. This is the face structure. So here he was also careful, but then again, in this portion, he knows that it's going to be hidden by the hair, and for the hair portion also, see, if we cannot if we turn off the face and let's say this hair portion, so all these lines you can create it by using this one here, these kind of things, right? This is a separate one. If I move it, it's like this. This is also a separate one. Okay, so for each shading here are also different shadings are there. See, there's a darker portion of shading which I can make it as a different layer. So this one also here shading. Okay, for hair shading also you can draw it something like this, right? Okay, which of course you can also copy it to different portion and then re-edit that again, right? Okay, so like that you can either create a new one or you can copy the previous one and then continue with those kind of shading. And those shading are obviously done with the darker part of the color, and that color you can directly select the dark brownish, and if I turn on the hair you can see that it's going to match it, right? Okay, so those little detailings you have to do. And see, another part is this one also. There is another shading here within the within this near the eye also. Okay, And even this in here, this one is what I have done. Haven't he did not do this part. Even the lips also shading, I have done this. Okay, because I was explaining to him that you can do it like this. Okay, so even for the lips also, if there is some kind of reflection is there, or this kind of shading, if it is needed, then you also need to adjust all this. Okay, because see, if I just leave it like this, that's the first one. If I just leave it like this, it's going to look pale, right? Okay, so we need to adjust all this also. So with that part, you can turn off the lips once, but within the lips portion, you can draw all this. Okay, or you can also do another shading. Okay, so all right, more shading. So wherever there is missing, the shading part needs to be done more on the hair and on the, especially on the lips area. Okay, so that shading part, if I can make it something like this, and then if I put it, what always put, if it's kind of a lighting, okay, not as shade or not as a dark portion. If it is dark portion, you can make it with light and dark brown. If it is a lighting or this kind of bright area, then you can always draw it, or we can always make a white color and then make that one as reduce that opacity. Okay, and if we do that, I think it will. Okay, let me finish this just to give you an example. So all this portion, I'm going to reduce the opacity. Okay, so this one, it can be just single. If all of them are single as a different independent pieces, or another technique is you can also just do it as a continuous one, like this. Okay, but for that, make sure it is just a what stroke. Okay, and after that you change it to fill color, and then you can reduce the opacity. Okay, but depending on the lips, because depending on that only, I have drawn all this also. Okay, so now turn on this one, then you can see. Okay, all right. So there are many things that we can do with this one. Since we have time, so if we can do some kind of revision, I would like to do it tomorrow. Please check the recording of today, and then we'll discuss whatever thought you have with this one tomorrow. Okay. Okay, I hope that's okay.
Okay, sir.
And then tomorrow I will tell you the timing, but not at 2. Okay, later after 2 only. Moving to a different place. So if I move there tomorrow only, I'm finishing some works. After finishing that work only, I'll be able to take your class. Okay, so you try to practice with this one, and in each part, it can be the eyebrow, it can be the eyelash, it can be the retina or the eyeball itself. Wherever you face difficulty, please you can note it down, and then you can put up that top tomorrow. Okay, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow then. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.